Got to spend some time with the family. Got to get some eats. Wanted to come back for a few. It's not gonna be a super long one, but first and foremost, wanted to shout out to the 6 people who thumbs down the last video. Thank you so much. That's when I know it's real. That's when I know it's real. So I appreciate the thumbs down. May it continue. You probably think I'm joking. I genuinely mean that. The thumbs down, they give me a nice chuckle, to be honest. But yeah, no, look, man, great game, great game. Well, I shouldn't say great game, great result. The game wasn't the best in any way. The weather, kind of the pace of the game in that first half, how lackadaisical we seemed to be in certain moments. I'm assuming that has something to do with the weather. Um, turned it on in the second. Here's the thing: it's important we got a goal in both halves. We got a goal in both halves. Salah got one. Obviously, Van Dijk got one. Second half, I think we were better all the way around. Not much better in my personal opinion, but better enough to finish the game off. And this is a professional job, and this is what Liverpool have been doing, and they continue to do. And this is why I say 3-0. And this it's almost that much more calming for me watching Liverpool play now, because in my mind I know it's going to take some patience. You got to just wait. You got to be patient. Wait for that, especially against teams like this, unfamiliar, the conditions, the same conditions at United that was frustrating until towards the end of the game when Shaqiri came on. But you just got to be patient, and you know it's going to come. And once we got that first goal, to be honest, even though Wolves had some moments and this and that and the third, it never really felt for me, honestly, that they were going to get anything out of that game. Definitely when Van Dijk got the goal, which an amazing goal again. Got a foot on it. It's good to see him get one. Last time he scored for us, I guess, was his first game for us against Everton. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that was good for him. And obviously, he did really well defensively. Besides maybe one moment where he was a bit kind of too comfortable on the ball, gave it away. But we had a lot of that in this game. I think when you're playing in those conditions, I think when the ball leaves your foot, you're probably always wondering if you put enough on it, or if you put too much on it. It's one of those things. But all in all, man, I'm just proud. I'm just proud again, getting the job done. And I've always said it. I don't care how we do it. Yes, it's nice to see us scoring 3, 4, 5 past teams, but it's about getting the job done and keeping a clean sheet yet again. I mean, this is a team where we were told that we better watch out. They've done well against the big teams. They didn't sniff a goal today, really. Let's be honest. They had some shots, and I think the keeper, his quality tonight is probably going to go under the radar a bit because people will say he didn't have much to do. And it seems that way because he's so good. He makes things look so easy. There's some moments again that he's still doing where he's holding the ball a little too long, trying to be a little too cute. And there were a couple moments there where he could have lost the ball and it could have been ugly, especially in those conditions. So that was frustrating. But at the end of the day, it's much like Van Dyke. These guys are just ultra confident, ultra sure of themselves, and may do some things that we might feel like, and could cost us. But they usually, by and large, get away with it. But yeah, Van Dyke was his usual self, and this is the thing, I don't know when's the last time a defender has come into a team and made this much of a difference, and he's scoring goals too. I mean, if somebody can tell me the last time a defender has come into a team, and I've said it before, I almost feel like Van Dijk has wasted his career up until this point. I, I feel like solid win. Yeah, yeah, said Anfield. I agree. I feel like Van Dijk being at Celtic this long, or as long as he was, coming to Southampton, yeah, he was good. Then coming to Liverpool, he's finally getting to show what. I mean, I think people who know football saw, okay, he was doing good at Southampton, but it's Southampton. You know what I mean? You're not really, you're thinking he's good, but what is he doing? So, again, with guys like him, Shaqiri, all of these guys, they brought their levels up. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see to be able to get these professional wins like this 2-0. Not really in any real fear of doing anything. I think that first half they had some moments, and again, Adam Traore, who I'm gonna get to in a minute, because he's a disgrace in more ways than one. But if they had some guy who can really finish, I heard a lot about this guy they had Jimenez up front. Was he even playing today? Where's Matinho? Where was Ruben Neves? Where was this amazing midfield general style passing? Didn't see any of that today. Um, it's a shame we never got BBD about 4 years ago. Yeah, yeah. I mean, as you say that though, it's just I'm just glad we have him now, and he's one of those players where you just you're never looking forward to the day that he leaves Liverpool, whenever that may be. But you can say that for a lot of the guys on the team. I thought Adam came in and did a fine job. Naby off again. Spoke about that earlier, just after the game. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. Um, so yeah, man, I joined Hangout, man, but the microphone wasn't working. So, um, but yeah, I think Naby's got. I mean, one thing I'll say though, and I think there's a bunch of Liverpool fans who probably and I'm glad I'm not on Twitter anymore or any social media really. Um, I'm sure there's a lot of people calling for Naby and he's not good enough and is he really this guy that we expected to get? Naby is that and more. Naby is that and more. Once he gets accustomed, once he gets fully and look, every player is different. There's people who've given me, oh well, N'Golo Kante came in and that's N'Golo Kante. Torreira, that's Torreira. Everybody has a different um, time period of when they get acclimated, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine. It'd be different if we were losing games and he was costing us games, and whatever the case may be. And he made some mistakes today, but by and large, this dude Naby Keita is going to be really, really serious, man. He's going to be really serious. So that's my opinion. I don't see anything to be concerned with him. Even Fab in this game, no one was amazing in the midfield. There were moments here and there where we did well. Of course, Fab had the goal, but I think yeah, I'm just really excited about the team and how we look right now. It fills me with a lot of confidence. Every phase of the game, attacking, midfield, defensively, just really really sound. And when you can win a game like that clean with no real trouble on the other side of the field, it just makes you feel that much more confident and it fills you with belief with this team going forward. So, like I said, 3-0, 2-0, probably could have gotten 3-0, but the 2-0 I'll take. And again, once you got that second goal, you knew that was probably it for Wolves. And I think they felt that as well. The fans felt it. You didn't really hear them screaming and singing too much in that second half, especially when it got around the 70th, 80th minute mark. I think it was pretty clear that Liverpool were going to get that win. So can see why we bought all the summer signings now. At first, I wasn't 100% convinced. Who weren't you convinced about? Just curious. But yeah, no, that's the thing. This is why I think things like this lead you to say you can't question Klopp, Edwards, the board in general. All the FSG out guys. I haven't seen them in a while. I haven't been on social media here recently either. But even when I didn't see too many FSG dudes. Great result entering the busy schedule. It is, man. Well, that started. I mean, the busy schedule started last game against United, I think. But yeah, no. I guess this is officially the busiest schedule. I think it's like 40 games in 14 days or something crazy like that. So yeah, man, it's a great result. It's a great result, and I just can't say I can't say it enough how proud I am of this team. How we just look a total different team from last season. Just last season, the mentality, not even so much the play and all that. The play, arguably you could say it's just as good, better in moments, not as good, but it's the mentality. It's the mentality that to me is more important and more improved upon. I could say. Fabinho in terms of pace of the game and Naby in terms of positioning. Okay, got you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because Naby a lot. I mean, today, what would you guys say our formation was? Was it 4-2-3-1? Was Naby left? I mean, again, the last two games, I couldn't tell if it was 4-2-2-2, 4-4-2. Was it a hybrid of 4-3-3? Was it 4-2? I mean, not that it matters. I'm just curious what you guys think, because it felt like it looked so different throughout the course of the game. Because again, you saw Salah up front, Firmino up front. You saw um, Sadio Mane on the right. It was a real strange, and in the best way I can say strange, not in a bad way, but it was really strange how they were changing things up, switching things up. 4-4-1-1. Okay, very surprising. Yeah, man, it was a crazy, crazy, crazy formation. I love it. I like it, and whatever works. But again, I was sitting next to a guy at the restaurant I was at, and he was saying how I think it was a guy from Switzerland actually. He was He's upset that Shaqiri didn't get in. And listen, in a game like that, it's a grind out game. It's nasty. The conditions are wild, and I think Klopp realized that especially when we got to go in the first half. I think at that point he thought not to sleep on Wolves or disrespect them, but I think he felt like we can get this. And I don't think, and I said it in the preview, if we were down a point, if it was a draw early on, and we looked like we were struggling to keep control of the game, perhaps you bring in a Shaqiri and maybe even a Genie, because I think in the midfield you can tell we probably were missing a little bit of a Genie. I'm glad he brought him in just to clean up things, recycle things, keep ball moving, keep it moving forward. Just the work that Genie does. I think we missed that a little bit in the first half. Um, but overall, the boys just fought, man, and whether it looked good or not, and I was saying to my better half today, I was like, look, man, we didn't look great. It wasn't pretty necessarily. Overall, I should say. But we got the win, and that's really what matters. Get this comment. Uh, Jurgen Klopp has made Liverpool invincible. Anford Lark says 4-2-3-1, but asymmetric, yeah, with Mane further forward on the right, yeah, and Naby left in the center, yeah. Yeah, that's probably the accurate description of it. To hear what's up over the damn moon tonight. I didn't see the whole game, but heard we played better in the second half. Salah influence once again. Yeah, I mean a win's a win, so we're good. Fabinho is beginning to click. Back-to-back assists. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When he got that assist, I was thinking, you know what? These little things are good, man. To get two assists in 2 games is fantastic. And the way he's getting the assist is the key for me. Game like that, you punch it back, you pull it back like Fab did. Wet surface, you can get a ricochet. You can get a guy that what Salah did was the flick in. So loving what Fabinho's doing. Even when he doesn't look as dominating as he did in the Man United game or in other games, he's still making himself effective. And for that, you got to love it. Should use him as a right back. Maybe. Accurate cross after a nice give and go with money. Yeah. Bro, Klopp is a genius because opposing teams can't guess exactly how we'll set up. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, Man, you were confused. Yeah. To hear second half was brilliant. As for Klopp, he has developed a plan B, C. Yeah, I agree with that. And we have been talking for so long and rival fans of what's his plan B. We know it's the heavy metal is A, all out blitz, press. But what does he do if what does he do when that's not working? And still, some of us can't appreciate that. Still, some of us cannot appreciate the question that we were asking. Actually, seeing it now, you're seeing it. Let me just talk about this guy, Traore, before I forget it. Um, and I was careful before I came on here because I didn't want to throw any crazy accusations at a player, especially when it doesn't have to do with football. But being a black man, it was very startling, and maybe any other people that are here on here black that are watching this, let me know. And this affects people differently. But Adama Traore looks to be bleaching his skin. Go Google Adama Traore. Just Google his pictures. Look at his skin color and his face, and watch him in the game. He almost blended in with the shirt he had on. Disgrace, disgrace. This time next season, I guarantee he looks like Michael Jackson or Sammy Sosa. I mean that is just and it was so startling. Like every time they showed him, it was like because when you first see it, like oh wow, his skin complexion, he looks like he's lighter. How does that work? I've seen people get darker, tan, whatever, but how do you get lighter? It's bleaching the skin. Anyway, I got to give that manager over there. They're blessed to have him, and I think they're in a good way with him. I think they can, um, as I said in the preview, quite possibly get in the Europa League spots, which I think will be a great thing for them. But like I said, it's Liverpool, it's Wolves. All due respect to them, if we were as real as I think we are, we needed to win this game today, and we did it. And it didn't look great again. Nobody had a hat trick. We weren't blitzing them with goals, but we got them when we needed them. We kept probing. We didn't give up. We didn't show any impatience. We kept prodding, man. Just kept hitting them. It was like a heavyweight bout. It really was. They gave us some of their best shots. Didn't really knock us out, but we had the 1-2 punch. The King of Egypt, as he's called, and the Dutchman just came up trumps for us. So I'm proud. I'm made up, over the moon, and all the other adjectives you can use. Really, really happy and just able to just sit back and watch the rest of football this weekend, knowing that Liverpool have handled their business. That's all I ever said. We got to handle our business, stay the course, accomplish what we need to accomplish, not worry about any other teams. And I love how when they're asking these players, Van Dyke, even Klopp, Genie, they're focused on the next opponent, not where they are on the table, not where City is in the table, who we have in front of us. This tonight was Wolves. We handled them, and we can keep marching on. So again, want to end it with just saying thanks for everybody, the real ones who come by, take time to watch us, and thank you for the people who thumbs down. I really appreciate it. All of you. Much love.